Hi everyone, I'm Dr. Warda, and today I will be talking about controlling, an important function in management. By the end of this video, you should be able to explain the term controlling and the main purpose of control, describe the steps involved in the control process, describe the different forms of control, and analyze the perspectives and activities that need to be controlled. So what is control? People often associate the word control with the act of controlling someone or something. In this picture, the man is trying to control the elves by catching them. Controlling in management refers to a systematic effort to fix or establish the standard of performance through planning objectives, designing information feedback systems, comparing true performance with fixed standards, and generally ensuring that organizational activities are running according to plan. In essence, controlling involves asking and answering the following questions. Where we are, for example, measuring our current performance. Where we planned to be, for example, looking back at what we planned to achieve. And how can we get back on track? For example, what steps can be taken to ensure that we achieve the targeted performance? How can we implement control? Is it as simple as pressing the buttons on the remote, like we control our channel selection? Unfortunately, things are not always that easy. The control process starts by setting the standards for performance. Once a particular task or project is done, the actual performance should be measured. The actual performance should then be compared to the set standards. If there is any variation, you, as the manager, should decide whether the variation should be accepted. If it cannot be accepted, corrective actions must be taken to bridge the gap. Now, let us look at the basic methods of control. Future control or pre-control refers to the control before a problem takes place. This means that a manager should predict future problems so that preventive actions can be taken to avoid the predicted problems. Concurrent control refers to managing the problems when they happen, while feedback control refers to managing the problems after they have happened. What about the forms of control? Basically, there are 6 forms of control: bureaucratic control, objective control, behavior control, normative control, concerted control, and self-control. Bureaucratic control uses hierarchy to control employees, for example, control via the formal positions in an organization. Rewards are given to those who obey orders, while punishment is given to those who do not obey orders. Objective control uses the measurement of observation towards the behavior of employees or the output produced to evaluate work performance. There are 2 forms of objective control, which are behavior control and output control. Behavior control is the rule of behavior and actions that control the behavior of employees. Output control controls the output of employees through rewards and incentives. For example, more rewards for more outputs produced. Normative control is control through the norms and beliefs shared amongst all members in the organization. In other words, organizational culture is used to control employees in an organization. Concerted control is normally used in an autonomous work group. It uses norms and behavior which have been discussed, formed, and agreed to by the members of the group as a control mechanism. Self-control refers to a situation where managers and employees are able to control their own behavior by establishing their own goals, monitoring their own progress and achievements, and rewarding themselves. Look at the picture. Do you sometimes feel like this and want to shout in frustration? What about here? What form of control is used? Right, queen control. Wives love this. Husbands hate it. But this is not part of control in management, okay? We have looked at the purpose of control, the steps involved, and the forms of control. But what do we as managers need to control? Generally, managers need to control the following factors in order for the organization to achieve its goals: finance, human resources, internal operations, and customers. For example, as a manager, you need to draw up budgets for your department and decide how much you want to spend on each project or job. You also need to control your human resources, their attendance, their performance, and their compensation. The internal operations of the organization can be further controlled by measuring the quality of the processes and products. Finally, a manager has to control his customers by making sure that the retention rate is high and that they are satisfied with the services and products of the company. So what have you learned today? Try and recall. As a student, as a human being, what do you think of control? How can you use it in your daily life? Time needs to be controlled because it slips away so fast.